Today we will experiment with what I think will be the best Misfortune build in Season 11. Hello my fellow Misfortunates and welcome to another game on the PBE. We're playing Misfortune in the AD carry position again, and yeah, we're going for the Sanguine Blade build with Eclipse first. I came to the conclusion that it's probably still optimal to go for Legend Bloodline. We don't really go overkill on lifesteal. We have a lot of attack speed because of Sanguine Blade already, and Misfortune can just use... Wow, that was weird. I clicked Q, but I forgot I don't have Q, so that's my fault. Yes, I really think the extra lifesteal is more beneficial than any of the other Legend runes. We need to be very careful. Senna also did not buy a support item for some reason. I really hope she just misclicked and buys one later, because else she's going to be super useless. Hit level 2 here, that's nice. And yeah, the build's Eclipse first, then Sanguine Blade, and then Edge of Night. So standard lethality. It's essentially like the lethality build on a live server currently, but with Eclipse instead of Duskblade and Eclipse first instead of Sanguine Blade first. So Rengar's camping this bush, but it's fine. We just keep our distance and we should be alright. The Doran's Blade supports and a question mark pinging me. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. In the mid to late game, Rengar will be falling off though. Support Rengar does not really bring many supporting qualities with him. Yeah, I can't do anything against that. I need to hug the wall, which allows Ezreal to hit me, so Rengar cannot jump on me. It's more important. Need to stay away from this bush. It has a lot of range. Alright. I'm pretty much in range. Okay, no longer. As long as the wave pushes sufficiently, we're fine. Go for a love tap here. Eclipse is just stupidly broken, by the way. It will probably get nerfed before it makes it to live service, because right now it just deals too much damage, and in general the stats it provides synergize way too well with each other. Lethality and total armor penetration %. That's a little bit too good for any lethality build. Bot lane miss. We don't have lane priority, so we can't really do much for Yone here. Okay, Rengar is roaming. But we can't punish Ezreal because he's too mobile. Rengar's probably on his way back to bot lane. We need to base very early as possible, because Senna needs her item. I really hope she has enough gold for a Spectral Sickle. And I hope she will actually buy it. Oh well, it's the PBE. There's no reason to be mad at anyone. There are Iron players or Challenger players on either team, or anything in between. There is no smart matchmaking. I guess we die. Yep. Too careless. I want this plus boots, I guess. Yeah, looks fine. Okay. So we're off to a terrible start. Senna did not buy a Spectral Sickle, which is troublesome. But I guess we just need to... Ah, okay, now there we go. She finally noticed. Okay. Okay. So this game... I was worried for a second there, but now this game looks fine again. But yeah, support without support item is quite inconvenient. So about this build, it's obviously still heavily focused on tower taking, but with Eclipse, you're so strong also as an assassin. And you can trigger it so easily, you don't even need to get in range. Just an ER combo will trigger Eclipse. So it's strong in team fights, it's strong in duels, it does everything. Just easily the best AD item. I can't think of many champions who can't utilize this item like crazy. AD champions, that is. AP champions, yeah, that's another story. But any champion that can remotely do something with the stats it provides is going to be crazy. Alright. We're quite far ahead in CS right now. Rengar miss. Yeah, I was kind of thinking maybe he's behind us in the bush, but it worked out fine. I mean, we have level advantage, so I wasn't afraid to take the fight, should it come to it. Let's take one plating here. They definitely need to base, they're too low. And then I can base and get my Vampiric Scepter. We don't have the resources to push this lane, so we should just leave the minions as they are. Okay. If Senna touches the wave, then obviously we need to push it, because then it won't slow push anymore. Okay. Waves under tower, bot lane miss. I wonder what they're up to. Are they sneaking Drake with their jungler? It's an option, definitely, but okay, there they are. Would have been very cheeky. Oh, I might wait for a dagger here. We upgrade to Berserker Greaves anyway. Where are they? There they are. Alright, it's just spending our gold. The more gold you spend, the stronger you are. So, sitting on 300 gold obviously puts us a little bit behind. What's this? Okay, this probably builds into something. We will see. I'm curious about the build Ezreal will go for. The hyping is a little bit annoying, but luckily Misfortune is not the most technically demanding champion, so it shouldn't matter too much, right? Yeah, bot lane miss. They might try to trap us, but I don't think so. Because they're behind right now. It doesn't make sense for them to fight. Rengar might be sneaking up on us. Keeping an eye on the minimap right now. Okay, we got Ezreal low again. He has 0 items, essentially. Tier first is very nice if you spam Q and stuff, but for fighting... Yeah, without a Doran's item, you can't really compete. Doran's items are so powerful. Still need 1.2k gold. If Ezreal wastes his Arcane Shift, we can all-in him with ulti, but if he doesn't do that, We should hold on to our spell. Oh, yikes. My Q didn't go off. That's disheartening. Oh well, we still have an advantage, and we can take that health advantage we got and transform it into a CS advantage. Which we then can transform into item advantage, and you know, the cycle repeats itself. Well, and miss. Well, Ezreal is in his jungle. Yeah, let's pressure the tower. This build, this Misfortune build is so good at tower taking, especially once you finish Sanguine Blade. You get attack speed, attack damage, and lethality. And all three of those stats work against towers. So it's quite optimal. Ah, shit, me ult that wave. For extra pressure. I'm going base anyway, so I'm not using that cooldown. And this just puts more pressure on the map. Do they catch me? Doesn't look like it. Okay. We finish our item. We finish boots. And I guess we go mid lane, pressure mid lane tower. Next item, as I've said, is the Sanguine Blade. So yeah, we got Eclipse. We got the fancy new looking Berserker Sweeps. But now it's time to get some attack speed. Sanguine Blade, obviously also a very strong dueling item. Guys. Yeah, that's Eclipse damage right there. That huge burst that came from Eclipse. Now we got them off the map. Ezreal is pressuring bot lane, but that's fine. We pressure mid lane in return. So that's definitely worth. Eclipse is off cooldown again. So I'm looking for a Q auto. Obviously not on the tower. On the tower we need to be careful because we don't want to tank too many tower shots against enemies with burst potential. Yeah, just pressuring the tower. That's fine by me. Again, the Eclipse damage, it's so crazy. Just Q auto and you get an insane burst. And you see the cooldown? It's like 12 seconds, it's super low. It's even lower for melee champions, but 12 seconds for ranged is still very good. Yeah. Good luck with that, Fizz. Okay, we can go base, get another Serrated Dirk, and a longsword. So the reason... Oh no, we can't actually. We can only get one Serrated Dirk and that's it. Hang on. I mean, it's just the same components, so might as well. Ah, yeah, that's Sanguine Blade. Okay, so the reason Eclipse is so efficient stat-wise is because lethality... Well, it's a flat armor reduction, and the mythic passive bonus is a % reduction. And the % reduction always applies first. So it's actually an insane damage increase as you get the enemy closer and closer to 0 armor. And I mean, the math behind it is armor increases your survivability, or it scales multiplicatively, which means armor penetration scales exponentially. And therefore combining... That's so disgusting. That Eclipse burst damage. Yeah, Oren, you're not getting out of here alive. A second Eclipse trigger, the same fight. Yeah, 12 seconds seems very low for that massive damage. They either need to nerf the damage. It does % max health damage. And because of all the penetration you get, it's essentially true damage. So nobody can deal with you. It's such a sick item. Alright, let's pressure top lane tower. We don't have the highest attack speed yet. Once we get Sanguine Blade, this Misfortune playstyle is ridiculously fast at taking towers. So for now we're just a dueling monster. So close to Sanguine Blade at 17 minutes. It's crazy. We can take this jungle camp and then we have it essentially. Getting Sanguine Blade also puts a lot of pressure away from our mana pool, as we no longer need abilities, or not as many abilities, to manipulate minion waves. Yeah, let's get all of these and then base. Get our damage item power spike. Alright, we're rocking right now. Senna got Eclipse too. Aatrox got Eclipse. Yeah, everyone should go Eclipse essentially. That's an overstatement, but you know, it's a super strong item. So Ezreal did go for Triforce, interestingly enough. I don't really... It's okay on him, I suppose, but I think the Divine Devourer is just way better. I mean that Ezreal was essentially asking for it. But he'll just plow through them at this point. And to see how fast that tower drops. And this is at 18 minutes. We're not that strong. Well, we are strong, but it's not like a late game full build. We are at 2 items. 2 items at 18 minutes is amazing, obviously, but just imagine in the mid and late game, you need like 4 seconds to solo a tower. It's so crazy. Damage. More damage? Come on, Rengar, you're next. I know you want it. Easy. Wow. I definitely did not think I would live there. But yeah, lifesteal on Misfortune is boss. That's so broken. Yeah, we get inhibitor. Okay, and now it's time to upgrade our items. Actually, let me take one more camp so we can get Edge of Night immediately. Or we just take this, that's fine, but I still want to take the camp. Okay. So yeah, again, we further increase our percent armor penetration. Okay, now they surrender. That's completely understandable. It's just way too strong an item. Definitely will get nerfed before it makes it to live servers. But yeah, Sanguine Blade Misfortune, I mean it's the best Misfortune build in general, and now it gets a broken item to play with on top of everything it has. If you want to see how Sanguine Blade Misfortune is played on the current live server, then click the link on your screen right there. A big thank you to all my Patreons and channel members. If you want to become a Patreon yourself, just go to patreon.com/mfdb. But if you rather save your money, you can support me for free by clicking the like and the subscribe button.